Time to start. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om. Sahana Bhavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karvavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om. Asato ma sadgamaya tamaso ma jyotirgamaya mrityurma amritam gamaya aviravirmayedhi. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om. Parthaya pratibodhitam Bhagavata Narayanina Swayam Vyasena Gratitam Purana Munina Madhye Mahabharatam Advaitamritavarshini Bhagavatim Ashtadashaധ്യായിനീം Amba Tvam Anusandadhami Bhagavad-gite Bhavadveshinim. Let we be protected, let we be nourished. Let we strive with energy and vigor. Let our study be enlightening and not give rise to hostility. Om peace, peace, peace. Lead us to truth and not to untruth. Lead us to enlightenment and not ignorance. Lead us to immortality and not death. Let the self-manifest Atman grow in me. Om peace, peace, peace. Om, O Bhagavad Gita, with which Path was enlightened by the Lord Narayana himself, and which was incorporated in the Mahabharata by the ancient sage Vyasa. The Blessed Mother, O Bhagavad Gita, O destroyer of rebirth, showering down the nectar of Advaita and consisting of 18 chapters. Upon thee, O Bhagavad Gita, O loving Mother, I meditate. So good morning to you all. So Bhagavad Gita, here we are in a section where Arjuna asked about God. The first 6 chapters are dedicated to find what we are. So Tat Tvam Asi, thou art that. So first comes this, the person who is seeking. So what is the nature of this self? So that is explained in the first 6 chapters. And second 6 chapters are what is the nature of God? Where can we find God? So in that section, and now Bhagavan has already enumerated various ways where to find God. And generally we know what we know. God is everywhere. God is in and out. But Arjuna then asked, please tell me where exactly I can find you. So, see here, the government of USA is everywhere. Wherever, if some miscreant does something wrong, immediately a policeman will come and arrest him. So we see the display of power. Then only when we see policemen, then only we are a bit afraid. So, but still, we should know about not only policemen, what's the principle behind it? So first we should know that where the expression of that power resides. And at the same time, what is the nature of that power? Otherwise, we'll miss. We'll think any policeman can do anything. No, he has limited power. He only can have that exercise that power within that sphere. But beyond that, if you want to have some project, say road project or even a housing project, then you need to go a particular office. So policeman cannot do that. So we must know both. One is what is the form and what is the formless one. So if we start with the principle, then we think that, oh, I'm lost. It is difficult to understand. What are you talking about? But if we talk about the form, that this is manifested here, this is manifested here, then what to hold? Again, we are confused. So we are in difficulty in both ways. But somewhere we have to start. So Bhagavan started. So first he said, though I am ajam. Ajam means I am not birthless. I have no birth. Anadi. So there is no starting and there is no end also. Then we are confused. Ajam anadim cha. Yo mam ajam anadim cha vetti lokamaishram. I am the God of the whole world. Asammuda samarteshu. He who knows me, birthless and beginningless, the great Lord of worlds, he among mortals is undeluded. He is freed from all sins. Now, it's a how to conceive. Who has no birth, no death, and we cannot see him. So we are confused. Okay, Bhagavan says, okay, let me indicate some signs and symptoms. Then you may grasp. So he said, okay, you have intellect? Yes, I have intellect. So intellect, that's my expression. Intellect is my expression. So he says, intellect, knowledge, non-delusion. So knowledge, you have knowledge? Yes. So that's only my expression. But what is me? You can find it. So intellect, buddhir jnanam asammoha, kshama satyam damah kshama, sukham dukkham bhavo bhavo bhayam chaya bhayam. Two shlokas he dedicated. I'm translating because we have done already, but still we need to repeat it so that we understand the meaning. So intellect, knowledge, non-delusion, forbearance, truth, restraint of the external senses, calmness of heart, happiness, misery, birth, death, fear, as well as fearlessness. Non-injury, that means ahimsa, evenness, samatva, the evenness, and contentment, austerity, benevolence, good name, as well as ill fame. All these different kinds of qualities of beings arise from me alone. Now we are to see. We may have some glimpse, yes. Buddhi, intellect, I am. So we have some intellect, we can answer where it is coming from. Then some knowledge, we also have some knowledge, and it is also rising from this. So it is the self from whom all these various qualities, various uh, say different kinds of, it's called adjuncts. These are arising from the same. Say I gave example of policemen or official work. So all these are coming from the government of the United States. So if we know the expression of power, then catching or holding that indication, we may reach the source of it. So he says, Kshama, if you can forbear, that means this divine quality is coming from me. And truthfulness, if you hold truthfulness, that means you are with me, because the truthfulness is also arisen from me. Damaha, if you can control your senses, if you control your external senses, then it is coming from me. If you are full of sorrow, or you are dukkham, full of you are happy, so all these are coming from me. Because of me, you can see this. So this is the way the indication is given. And then he has given more. So we go to, still Arjuna was not happy, because he wanted some concrete form. Please give me some concrete form. So Bhagavan says, yes. He says, let me go to. So he said, okay, let me tell you some brief indicators where you can find me. Aham Atma Gudakesha. O Gudakesha, O conqueror of sleep, I am the self. So where to find God? We have to find God in self. So self, that means this Atman, Aham Atma, Gudakesha. And I'm not in one place, I'm everywhere. Sarva Bhutashaya Sthitaha. And existent in the heart of all beings. Now, what is the heart? Generally, we think that heart is here. That's physical heart. Actually, it is the heart, that's the center of our being. When two people are standing and somebody calls you, then naturally what we ask, are you calling me? It doesn't go anywhere. Neither 1 inch this way, exactly it goes here. That is the seat where God is residing. That is why we need to meditate God here. So aham atma gudakesha sarva bhutashaya sthita. Aham adishcha madhyam cha bhutanam anteva. So I am whatever is created being. I am the beginning, I am the middle, and I am end also. And then Bhagavan says, okay, you have seen the sun? Yes. That is my expression. So whenever you see sun, then you know for certain it is me. So this way you can worship me. So that's why Hindus, what they do? They worship the sun in the morning, even mid-noon, and also afternoon. So this way, it is one can worship God. And then Bhagavan further said that I am the Samaveda, chanting, because it's more more complete and comprehensive. That means it has not only that recharge, not only the mantras, but it has notations also. So this way we have come to that section where he says that Pavanaha Pavatam Asmi Ramaha Shastra Pritamaham. That what is that? Whatever is cleansing, Whatever is flowing, I am that. Of all purifiers, I am the wind. Rama of warriors am I. So we have taken some Puranic means in Western translation or in English translation, we say mythological, but actually it is not mythology. It is the depiction of principles that we can see expressed in the society. And it is graphically presented in Purana. Purana, what is the meaning of Purana? Pura api nava. Though it happened previously in ancient times, but still it is new. The principle is new. For example, see the story of Rama and Ravana or Mahabharata. That means where two parties are fighting. One is for dharma. Dharma means righteousness. One is for adharma, unrighteousness. So this has three kinds of explanation. One is the physical. That means this happened in that time. Historically, it happened. Because even today we find the same places, Ayodhya and Sri Lanka, etc. So it is historical also. Second, it is a principle. How? So we can see in the society that one side is righteous, one side is not righteous. So they are also fight. So this fight is going on. So this is called, so Adi Bhautik, Adi Devik. Devik means principles. So it is in the physical plane, it is in the principle plane, and it is the self plane also. Suppose we don't admit physical and the principle, but we can find that within us, there are two forces are working. So in all our Puranas, these are depicted that how the fight goes on and the righteousness ultimately wins. So that Purana is not mythological. That is what I want to say. So we have many characters like Prahlhadasmi Daityanam, Kalaha Kalaytamaham. So Prahlada, though he was born in a demonic family, his father was demon. Demon means demonic mind, but he was great bhakta, and that's why his name is remembered in the morning. See, Prahlada, Narada, Parashara, Pundarik, etc. These are Punya Shloka. Punya Shloka means we should remember their name in the morning. Then our day will start with good tendency. So we have completed this one. Now we go to where we have to start. The Sarganam Adirantascha. Sarga means whatever is created. So suppose this table was created, this chair was created, or whatever we see. So I am in the beginning, I am in the middle, and I am at the end also. Bhagavad says. So I am all along. So he also said in the earlier shloka, in shloka number 20, Aham Adishya Madhyam cha Bhutanam Anta Evacha. I am all created being. I am in the beginning, I am in the middle, and I am at the end. So that is created being, those who are animating. And here what he says, whatever is not living or not animating, I am beginning of that, I am in the middle, and I am at the end also. Sarganam Adirantascha Madhyam Chaivaham Arjuna. So he previously said, Aham Adishcha Madhyam Cha Bhutanam. So Bhutanam is all being. Whatever being is created. I am in the beginning, I am in the middle, and I am at the end. And Here, what he says, Sarganam, whatever is created, this world is created. So he was in the beginning, he is in the middle, and he's at the end. Now, if you say it is something imaginary, how can we believe that something which is imaginary, that is true? But it is not altogether like that. I'll give example, then you'll be convinced. Every day you dream. Who is in the before beginning? Who is there? And who is there when you are dreaming? And who is there when the dream stops? Who is there? It is you. You are there in the beginning, even when the dream has not started. And when you are dreaming, that time also you are there. And when dream stops, you are there. Similarly, say today, when you wake up and this world presented itself in a beautiful color to you, who was there before this world showed its face? It is you. Who is there? Who is witnessing all this? It is you. And who will be there when this day will pass over or pass away, whatever? So it is you. Now this whole life, if you see, even this birth, whatever is being shown to you, before that you were there. And now you are here. And when this pass away, that time you are there. You are eternal witness. So it is not imaginary, it is already within you. And Bhagavan said in the beginning that Aham Atma Gurakesha Sarvabhuta Shaistita. I am the self, I am that Atman who is residing within every being, every being. So he is in every being without me? No. He is present here also, within us. So Sarganam Adir Antascha Madhyam Chaivaham Arjuna. Adhyatma Vidya Vidyanam Vadaha Pravadatamaham. So Adhyatma Vidya Vidyanam. All the Vidyas, among all Vidyas, I am Adhyatma Vidya. Why? To know any knowledge, you are to know yourself. Otherwise, you cannot know. If you say that yes, I knew engineering, but I was not there. It is impossible. To know engineering, you must be there, and you must be concentrated. You must be aware of what you are learning. See, Adhyatma Vidya is the Vidya of the basis of all Vidyas. Raj Vidya, Rajaguhyam, Pavitram, Idam Uttamam. So it is Raj Vidya, it is like not ordinary Vidya. Raj Vidya means big, great, like Rajpath. Rajpath means the king way. So this is Raj Vidya. Raj Vidyaman means it is a great path. And it is also very subtle, and it is not understood by everyone. Though all our understanding happens in and through this, but still it is not known. We want to know anything and everything outside us, but we don't want to know what is here. So Raj Vidya, Rajguhyam, Pavitram, it is purifying, and it is pure. Pavitram idam uttamam. Pratyaksham, it is now and here, pratyaksham. Anavagamam, and you cannot go beyond this. Shushukshmam kartum abhyam, and it's very subtle, but it is very pure. And it can be done easily. So Bhagavan says this. So Adhyatma Vidya Vidyanam. That is why Adhyatma Vidya is great among Vidya. And that's my expression. So when you are cultivating Adhyatma Vidya, you are coming close to God, close to your real self. Vadaha Pravadatamaham. Vadaha means, like in conversation, there are three kinds of conversation. One is called Vada, one is called Jalpa and Vitanda. Vada means to present your view and also to discard others' view, but logically giving some proof of it. So it should be given some proof and it should be presented with logic so that it cannot be discarded. So that's called Vada. Now Jalpa, what is Jalpa? So to find faults with others. So there, they use what? Some pretext or some ambiguities they try to find out. So it is not to prove what we are saying, the person is saying, and not providing some evidence, proof. So this way it is called Jalpa. And Jalpa also, like sometimes, like gossiping, that type, that is also Jalpa. And Vitanda means not to listen your evidences or your argumentation, but to throw your one and shouting on the top of voice. So that is called Vitanda. So like which both parties are shouting and shouting down. We can see in parliaments. So they don't listen to others. They want to prove themselves right. So that is called Vitanda. So here God, if he finds someone is presenting logically something and also presenting some proof, then know for certain it is me. Of course, in other places also it is me, but it is hidden. So Adhyatma Vidya Vidyanam Vada Pravadatamam. Next, he says, Aksharanam Akarosmi Dandvaha Samasikasya. Now, Akshara means what is not diminished. That means what cannot be destroyed. So what cannot be destroyed? Sound. Like I'm uttering sound. Akshara. So it is, say it is a graphic that A, whatever you say, like A is there. So it is that is, I am that. So in Sanskrit, there are 56 alphabets. So starts with this. And it is very scientifically classified. Like first starts with Kantha, that gutter. Then when it is longer, it's called A. Then E. So is without any complex. And in everything. Without you cannot utter anything. You have to add something. Even consonants cannot be uttered until or unless that is presented. Like ka. Ka also has a. So whatever is the highest common factor, that is B. Aksharanam akarosmi. So what is that? It is the representation of Saraswati. It is said, Avarnam Nama Rupenam, Trivarnam Pranavatmikam, Lipyatmanastasya Panchashat Varna Bande Saraswati. So this we offer our obeisance to Saraswati because these are representation of Saraswati, goddess of learning. So Aksharana Akarosmi, I am Akara. Because this is the fundamental sound. And it is represented by a letter, A. And then Dandva Samasika. Samasa is in Sanskrit is well defined, very well defined. Here also we find some examples. So it is if it is more than 2 words, we make it compact and we save some uh, prepositions. So it is like this. We say salt paper. What does it mean? Salt and paper. So we say Ganga water. Water of Ganga. So Ganga water, okay, what this income tax office of income tax department. So this is a compact situation. But here it is a limited usage and we don't see much of it. Yes, some examples are there. I'm not going to more examples. But what I'm saying, in Sanskrit, there are various kinds of samas. So two paksha is there. When it is principal, this is important. This is gona. Gona means not important, and they join. When they are both important and they don't both join, then it is called dandva. So what is that? Like a Rama Shyama. So Rama Shyama, like this. And wherever and comes, that means though both are important. So there are other samasa. I'm not going because that may not interest you, but just I'll mention Dvandaha, Digu, Bahubrihi, Abbai Bhava, Karma Dhare. So for example, I'll give you the example, some example. At least one example I give you. Say Chandra Shekhara. Now Chandra Shekhara, Chandra means moon. Shekhara means locks. But here in Sanskrit, we are to understand Chandra Shekhara means Shiva. How? Now moon is on the lock of the person. So it's a bit complicated. But that is the way how Sanskrit works. It's a very sophisticated and also complex. And similarly, other things are there. Say Bahubrihi Samas, Digu Samas, then Karma Dhara Samas, Tatpurush Samas, then Nai Tatpurush Samas. So where Abhava, all these things are there. So I'm not going in details because that is bit too much for you. Akara Vai Sarva Vak. So it is in Veda. Akara is the basis of all vak, whatever we speak. And then it becomes complex, like the basic is a. That's why Brahmane Namaha. So we offer worship to because that's representation of Brahman. So how things happen that Hindus, they worship trees, they worship stone, wherever they find something, they worship. So the Western people, it's difficult to understand. They think it's crazy people. But God is everywhere. But at least we should start from somewhere. So this way. And the example is, say, like government of the United States. It is everywhere. And then it has a department, commerce. And then commerce has so many kind of businesses. So all are regulated by government through some agency. So if they want to do something, they want to take some permission, they'll approach that agency or that department. So this way, one finds the presence of the government of the United States. So now next he says, Aham eva akshaya kala. Akshaya kala means kalaha. Kala is akshaya. It is not destroying. It is there. But when we read the verse composed by Sri Shankaracharya. So what he says, Kalaha gacchati gacchatyai. Say we were children, we have grown up, one day we'll say bye-bye. So that's why Kala Gachati Gachatyayu. The Ayu means age. It's also going. Tadapi na munchatyashava. Even then, our desires are not removed. So that's the composition, that the verse written by Bhagavan Shankaracharya. But another person, Bhartrihari, he read, Kalo na yati vayameva jata. The time is not going somewhere. We say, oh, I don't have time. I'm out of time. I'm lost. I have to go. Actually, time is not getting destroyed. It is we who are going. Time, it is there. Only in comparison, we come in time, we live in time, and one day we live in time. So Kala is there. That's why here says, Aham eva akshayah kalaha. What he says? I alone am the inexhaustible time. Time is not exhausted. It is we who are exhausted. Kalona yati vayame vajat. Bhogana bhukta vayamo bhukta. And he says in the beginning that we think that we are enjoying some food, say something we are enjoying this. Actually, those things are enjoying us. So suppose you enjoy Rasagulla. Rasagulla means sweetmeats. If you enjoy Rasagulla or sweetmeats, that means you think you are enjoying. Actually, no. Rasagullas are enjoying you. And one day you'll get diabetes. So, here it is like that. Kalo na yati vayame vajat. So, aham eva akshaya kalaha. And dhataham vishwatomukam. And I am the giver of fruits of action. That is why I am my face is Vishwatomukha. Everywhere it is me. Why? Because whatever we do, and millions of people are doing, or billions of people are doing, and trillions and jillions of all beings are doing, everything is noted. Because I see everything. Recently we have completed Jagannath Ratha Yatra. And you'll see that God is very important. And round eyes. If someone have seen, so round eyes, Jagannath. So what is the meaning of it? It's a Vishalaksha. Vishalaksha means eyes are wide. Say if you see a wise person, his eyes will be like big eyes, like Swamiji's eyes. So they say, Chaku aku sabu dikuchi. That means that when the round eye, that means he can see everything. So wherever you go, whatever you do, it is noted. So Bhataham Vishwato Mukha. Of letters, the letter A am I. Sorry, here A. And Dvanda of all compounds, I alone am the inexhaustible time. I, the sustainer, by dispensing fruits of actions, all formed. So Vishwato Mukham. Mukham means face. My face is infinite. Why? Because I watch everything. You also watch everything. Whatever happens to you, you are the watcher. That means yourself. So we go to the next. Mrittuhu sarva haraschaham. So mrittu means death. And it takes away everything. So sarva hara means there are two kinds of harana. Harana means taking away. First that, taking the resources and taking the life force. So that way also I am that mrittu. That means I am that death. And I am the all-seizing death and the prosperity of those who are to be prosperous. So what is that? Udbhava. Udbhava means whatever utkarsha. Utkarsha means abhyudaya. Abhyuday means whatever prosperity that you have, it is because of me. It is because of your effort. That means it is me in my presence, even you put your effort and you get it. So whatever is seized from you, and I am there as death, because I as a death, I seize everything from you. Whatever we earn, it will remain here. People say you cannot take anything to your tomb. So, mrityu sarvaharaschaham udbhavascha. And sarvahara, that means another way we also can say that sarvahara, that means God takes away everything. It is God in whom we dwell. It is God who is holding us. It is God who is sustaining us. And after that, he absorbs us in him. So that way, we have to find God. So we should not forget what we are searching for. And udbhavascha bhavishyata. And whatever will be coming to you, that also am I. That means abhyuday, whatever progress that you make in spiritual life, in worldly life. Abhyuday means worldly here, and nishreyasha is the word for spiritual advancement. So everything is me. Udbhavascha bhavishyatam. And I am the all-seizing death and the prosperity of those who are to be prosperous. Of the feminine qualities, I am fame, prosperity, or beauty, inspiration. Beauty, not face beauty, but beauty of heart, beauty of the character. Inspiration, memory, intelligence, constancy, and forbearance. So, kirti srivakcha narinam smritir medha dhritikshama. So, whatever is feminine, you know that for certain I am there as fame, as right utterances, and as prosperity, as inspiration. So these are the presence of God. So whenever we find, say, a lady is very well behaved, is wonderful character, and beautiful prosperity also, Sriva. So know for certain I am there. That means God. So we have to find God in the being, in human being, to be precise. Okay, we go to the next. Brihat Sama Tatha Samnam Gayatri Chandasama. So these are a bit technical. What is Sama? Whatever is chanted and sung. So Brihat Sama, that means big Sama. So there is special one. Tamidhi Havamahi. So this is a Rik mantra. So this is that when a yagya is performed, that time it is uttered. That's why that is called Brihat Sama. So in all Sama, I am Brihat Sama. Of Samas also, I am the Brihat Sama. Brihat means big, great. Of meters. Of meters, I am Gayatri. So Gayatri, there are various meters are there, like Gayatri, Ushnik, Anushtup, Brihati, Pankti, Trishtup, and Jagati. So all these, because these are technical things, it may not interest us, but those who are Pandits, they enjoy very much. Because, the meter is very important for any verse. So here I am the Gayatri, because Gayatri is Gayatri mantra, you must have heard Om Bhur Bhuva Swah Tat Savitur, etc. Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi. So it's a beautiful chanting. You can see, you can find in the YouTube, and you can listen. And many people recite that. So I am that Gayatri. Because Arjuna asked, where can I worship you? Where can I find you? So Bhagavan is giving all these clues. Of course, later you will say, Vishtabhya Mahamidam Krishnam Ekamshen Sthito Jagat. Athava bhav naitene kim gyatena tav Arjuna. What is the use of enumerating one by one? All these are only a speck in me. I am the Supreme. So, even you can also see this way. Whatever happens in your life, you are greater than all other things. So, of meters, Gayatri am I. Of months, I am Margashirsha. Margashirsha, November, December. That's a very soothing months in India, especially. Here it may be very a bit cold, but that's why Purana is particular to a place or time or situation. But Veda is depiction of or presentation of principles. So whenever Purana comes, then we have to adjust according to the space, time, and situation. So Margashirsha, in months, of months, I am Margashirsha. And then of seasons, the flowery season. That means when the spring here. So spring here means that time lots of flowers, everything is smiling. Before that, the whole nature was sleeping in hibernation. But as soon as spring comes, the life force works. And the leaves, very green leaves are coming, and the whole forest and whole garden is full of green leaves. And then flowers come. And some plants you only see only flowers. Magnolias, only see flowers. So that's why it is that Kusumakara. That means in that season when there is flower. So when you see spring, it is you have to feel that it is God who is this. So this way we have to find. If we see, oh, wonderful, oh, it is so pleasing. No, no, no. That is okay. We have to remind ourselves that this is the presentation and it is expression of manifestation of God. Then it has meaning. So Masanam Margashirsham Ritunam Kusumakara. Of months, I am Margashirsha. Of seasons, the flowery season. Now, what about gambling? So Bhagavan is there in everything. So he says, Dyutam Chalayatam Asmi, Tejas Tejas Vinamaham, Jayosmi Vyavasayasmi, Sattvam Sattva Vatamaham. I am the gambling of the fraudulent. And I am the power of the powerful. Now a question came, in Mahabharata, Sri Krishna was in support of Pandavas. And Pandavas, when they were invited to play dice with Shakuni and Duryodhana, etc., Kauravas, so Shakuni was guiding that side. But here nobody was there. And they were defeated. And because of that, they were sent to the forest for 13 years. And 14th year was their living in incognito. So then it was asked, God, why you were absent there? You are helping all along, Pandavas. But now at the time when they needed you most, you were absent. Only when Draupadi was dragged into that court and they wanted to disrobe her, disrespect her, when Draupadi took shelter in God, only then you came in their rescue. Why did you do this? You loved Pandavas so much, but at the time of their need, you were absent. So God said, Sri Krishna said that I was not invited there. What can I do? Because, Yudhishthira had some hesitation that, you see, this is our matter and it should be fought among ourselves. And whenever we forget God, we invite trouble. And that happened to Pandavas. They did not request Krishna to be present for them. And that is why they had to face this humility. So, Dyutam Chalayatam Asmi, Tejas Tejasvinamaham. Whatever Teji people, that means those who are powerful, I am the power of the powerful. I am victory, I am the effort, I am Sattva of the Sattvikas. So whatever is good, wherever you find a special manifestation, know for certain it is the manifestation of power of God. Vrishninam Vasudevasmi, Pandavanam Dhananjay. So Vrishninam Vasudevasmi. I am Vasudeva of Vrishnis. Vrishni means the clan of Vishnu, that Sri Krishna was from that. And Vasudeva, Sri Krishna. So he says himself that I am Sri Krishna in Vrishnis. And not only that, in Pandavas, I am Arjuna. So he says this in front of Arjuna. So where to find? Arjuna has to find himself, God himself. So here Arjuna means a Rajuna. That means who are not that they are not bound. A means no, that nai tat purush. Rajju means bound. Rajju means binding instrument. Na means no. So to know becomes yes. That means those who are bound. So bound but not bound. That means they feel that I am bound, but actually I am not. We also feel that way. We feel that we are bound. But without you, everything runs. See, before our birth, this world was running, and it was running smoothly. And when we will depart from this world will go on. But we think that, oh, because of me, everything's running. Before my coming here, this ashram was running. And when I'll not be here, ashram will keep on running. So this is a false identity or false understanding. So Arjuna represents us. So here Bhagavan says that in Pandavas, I am Arjuna. Here also we are that. In our presence, things are happening. So, and in the beginning, as he said, Aham Atma Gudakesha Sarva Bhutasha Sthita. So take any way you like. We cannot separate ourselves, segregate ourselves from God. God has given so many indications. Now we go to the Muninam Apyaham Vyasa. Not only that, I am Vyasa among all Munis. Munis mean Mananashila. Those who meditate, who gets inspiration and who helps others. So Muninam Apyaham Vyasa. I am Vyasa. Vyasa was a great Rishi. Rishayaha Mantra Drashtara. Those who see the mantras, realize the mantras, and then impart to others. Muninam Apyam Vyasa, Kavinam Ushana Kavi. And I am among poet, I am Ushana's poet. So this way, Bhagavan will tell and will try to finish the next Sunday. we have a guest Swami, so he will uh, give a lecture. So all are invited. So this way, Bhagwan is saying where we can meditate on him so that we don't miss him. So this is the idea. We'll take up other things when we meet next. Is there any question? Yes.
Same word about Krishna being the inward of the body.
Okay. The thing is, like when God is everywhere, so where he is not, he is present everywhere. Even a person who is trying to defeat others, that this happened many a times. Duryodhana also a great person. It's not that what we think. He many times he thought that I should not do whatever I'm doing. And then something used to happen within him. So the depiction, like it is Sri Krishna who twisted his mind. So it is God who creates everything. Suppose, okay, I give an example. If I ask you to write a story, what will you write? Say there was a king and he lived happily. So I'll say this is not a story. This is a fun. So he'll say, you'll write, oh, there was a king and he has so many difficulties and he had to fight war. You are inventing war, no less than Putin. Okay. And then you'll find villain also. And villain is as intelligent as your hero or protagonist. And he is trying to defeat, and you have just a little edge over it. So leave alone God. If I ask you to write the Mahabharata today, what will you write? You cannot write that wonderful story. So every character there is so important. And when he gives argument from, say, Duryodhana gives arguments from his point of view, you cannot deny. Little difference. That's why even great Pandits like Bhishma, Drona, Kripacharya, they also got confused and they sided with him. Only Sri Krishna was not that, he was not fooled. He created everything. So you create everything, but if then Putin is bad. And then you supply all the arms and ammunitions. You fight for us. This should go on. This is Cold War. So the enemy will be weakened. So all these things happen. So Dutam also, so everything is created by God. So you play that right. Oh, they went to play dice and they were defeated. And they had to go to the forest for 14 years. So like that. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamivavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Tatsat. Sri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu. There is another aspect. Let me elaborate a little more. After this is 10th chapter. 11th chapter is dedicated for revealing God in universal form. He'll show to Arjuna, because Arjuna will not be satisfied with this. He said, oh, you have given a lecture, long lecture. Yeah, very good. But I want to see. You know, you can hear about Washington, D.C. and all other things, but until or unless you visit there, you're not convinced. Right? So Arjuna will tell that. Now that he was praying and he wanted to see, and then he realized also. And he, submitted himself totally at the feet of God. But before this, before even commencement of the Mahabharata war, Sri Krishna went to that kingdom. What is the kingdom name? Anyway, and there he tried to mediate. Then Duryodhana wanted to arrest him, and he showed his that multifarious form. But Duryodhana could not look at it, and he said, "What is this?" And he stopped seeing. Why this happened? This happened because he was Rajasic. Rajasic means he was selfish, and he was for his own sake, whatever he was doing. If we are not sattvic, and that also pure sattvic, we cannot see God, neither we can hold him, neither we can understand. Though he is present everywhere, but for that we need to purify ourselves. And Arjuna did that. And with his tapasya, and this whole discourse, gradually it dawned unto him that God is not, and Sri Krishna was not ordinary person, but he is the knower of self. Whereas Duryodhana always thought that he is a Gwala. Gwala means cowherd boy. And he wanted to show some Maya, some illusion. That's why he did this. But the whole story is conceived by you. Let us say that. Though here it is Vyasa. Okay. And this is to pass on some message. And that is the message of righteousness, and how to cultivate one's spiritual life. And gradually, one should be able to realize his or her own self. Thank you very much for your patient hearing. You want to sing? Yeah, please.
Each line of this song is repeated twice. So if you feel inspired to join in, second line, especially you, right? And some of you who are familiar with Yogananda's chants will probably recognize this. Beautiful, oh God, beautiful, oh God, beautiful, oh God, beautiful. At thy feet, oh, I do bow. Thy feet, oh, I do bow. Oh God, beautiful, oh God, beautiful. Oh God, beautiful, oh God, beautiful. At thy feet, oh, I do bow. Thy feet, oh, I do bow. Oh God, beautiful, oh God, beautiful. Oh God, beautiful, oh God, beautiful. In the forest thou art green. In the forest thou art green. Mountain thou high. In mountain thou art high. In in the river thou restless in the ocean, thou art great. Ocean, thou art great. God beautiful, oh God beautiful, oh God beautiful, oh God beautiful. At thy feet, oh I do bow. At thy feet, oh I do bow. Oh God beautiful, God beautiful, oh God beautiful, oh God beautiful. At thy feet, oh I do bow. At thy feet, oh I do bow. Oh God beautiful, oh God beautiful, oh God beautiful, oh God beautiful. To the serviceful thou art service, to the serviceful thou art service, to the love thou art love, to the love love. To the sorrowful thou art sympathy, to the sorrowful thou art sympathy, to the yogi thou bliss, to beautiful, God beautiful, oh God beautiful, oh God beautiful. At thy feet, oh I bow. At thy feet, oh I do bow. Oh God beautiful, oh God beautiful, oh God beautiful, oh God beautiful. At thy feet, oh I do bow. At thy feet, oh oh God, beautiful, oh God, beautiful, oh God, beautiful, oh God, beautiful.
Yeah, time for our weekly announcements. Um, so we have a few events this week and the upcoming month. So would like to inform you about that. We have Swami Shivachanananda visiting this Saturday itself on 15th. He will be here for 4 days. He is the Assistant Minister of Vedanta Society of St. Louis. You actually know the Vedanta Society of St. Louis because Swami Chaitanananda comes from there. He is the assistant minister there. So the next Sunday talk at 11 a.m. would be by him. Uh, our classes will continue till July 23rd. So we have 2 more Sundays till July 23rd. And our classes will continue for Thursday evenings from 7:30 onwards and Friday evenings from 7:30 onwards. Our Wednesday classes, bi-weekly Wednesday classes in the west side of the city has been on hold and they will come back in September again. In the meantime, Swami Balabhadrananda will visit us in August. He is the Assistant General Secretary of Ramakrishna Order in Belur Math in India. He is taking a trip across US and Canada, and he would be visiting us for 1 day from August 3 to August 4. On August 3rd night, we will have a satsanga with him here at this place. And if you can go to the PDF, not there, not there, not there. Yeah, no, 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 no. Yep. And third one. Yeah. So this is the official announcement, and it will go out in email very soon. So on September 9th, which is just after Labor Day, we are going to have our kind of a gala program in this place. It is the auditorium of the Hexa Balaji Temple. The address is 6100 Southwest Rab Road, Portland, Oregon. The event will run about 3 hours from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. There are 2 main programs that day. One is a Veena recital. So Veena is an the oldest classical Indian instruments. If you actually go 5,000 years back in Indus Valley, you find a tablet in which actually there is a lady playing veena. We guess it is Saraswati. So that instrument he will play. Prashant Iyengar will play. He is coming from India and he is a very renowned artist. So first he will do the Veena recital, and then there is also a Bharatnatyam dance by a group who will be coming from Seattle to perform here. Tickets are already up on Eventbrite for purchase. And actually, if you literally scan the QR code with your phone, it will take you to the ticket page. So you will get this in circular. And the thing is that in between there will be a short presentation by the society about the society's work and the society and like what does the society do. So that is the event there that night. It is also kind of our annual fundraiser. So please, you are welcome to come to that event and buy tickets and come there. Um, and our society will, the classes will go on to recess from July 24th onwards till Labor Day. So usually we have Swami Chaitananda's visit on Labor Day, and that is how our season begins again. But we are hoping that he will actually make a trip this year too. But definitely after Labor Day, we will start all our classes and programs as usual. Thank you.